Hello. Right, now, this extremely, initially very blurry picture helps demonstrate what my point is going to be covering here. And you can't see it very clearly because of the awful lighting in this room. Imagine me trying to paint here. But this is a Techmarine servitor. And we see one of the attachment arms. This is a fine cast piece. And just for the record, I agree with what Games Workshop say, that the porous elements of finecast make them easier to glue than metals. I hate working with metals. All of the limbs and things are much heavier, so there's much more gravitational pull. You're even more reliant on pinning. However, you know, finecast, it requires super glue. I've gone up and down the board with super glue. I've tried two-part epoxies, I've tried cheap glue, deer glue, everything. And I don't like anything. I've tried sort of new age state-of-the-art glue with added rubber for flexibility so that, you know, minor tremors don't make it crack. Well, guess what? It all falls apart anyway. Super glue, I've found, taking something like this limb and pushing it into the arm joint with super glue on for however much time and not putting too much so that it can dry as fast as possible, and just holding it there and holding it there like a fool. Eventually you think, okay, it's probably taken. You know, you pull your hand away and get this. The indentation in the skin of the finger, but this has left a nice big lump there, which you can't see because I haven't just done it, is enough to pull the arm away, stuck to my finger, more than the actual other side of the glue on. That's how weak super glue is in reality. And you know, this guy, I didn't even get a chance to paint him. I mean, he's only just had the first base colours put on, and this bloody thing fell off. What the hell? I just saw it off. I wasn't even handling it when it fell off. You know, I'd only just painted the base part, his actual basing, and I just noticed that was off, lying next to him. And so, yeah, this is a fine cast piece, and they were quite difficult to glue. Normally plastic glue's easier, because of the nature, by the way it glues, but it depends again on the actual nature of the plastic of the miniature you're working with, because I find that, you know, Games Workshop plastics are fairly nice, and plastic glue smells like pear drops, so always fun. Don't go around sniffing it though, it's not sweets. And however, the Mantic plastics are sort of like a lot harder as a compound, and they, I've found them, such as the Dreadball team, very much more difficult to actually stick together. I don't know if it was just the humans, the corporation, that was the problem there. So this problem here, I've been sort of frustrated for such a long time, and then it came up on an episode of QI, in fact, that super glue is crap because it only ever sticks your skin together and never the thing you're trying to glue, because that was actually its original purpose. It was used in the war, one of the wars. Which was it? Was it Nam? I don't remember what they said now. I think it could have been that one. And apparently it was a quick patch-up job for people with wounds. They'd use super glue to bind the wound up as a really crude dressing, just so literally because you're bleeding out. I wonder if you could still do it. I don't think it would be very nice in your bloodstream, would it? I think that would be problems in the down the road later, wouldn't it? Jesus. You'd think though that ambulances would have some sort of like spray thing like that, wouldn't you? I don't know. Anyway, you know, super glue, it's crap because it's not even meant to stick models. It's meant to stick our skin, and that's why it always bloody well does. I'd love someone to invent a glue that actually works. I'm still waiting with my fingers crossed. Hopefully there's no glue on them or they're stuck. I'll see you anyway at the next one. The frustration continues.